Good morning, world, and welcome to the 53rd ever episode of Tuesday Morning Quarterbacks, where your co hosts Jay and Cody will meet you at the intersection of humor and sports expertise. If you're a new listener, welcome. And if you're a loyal listener, welcome back. Season 2, Episode 1, New Beginnings. This is our first video recording as well. That'll be dropping on YouTube
Oh yeah.
for you guys in a couple business days.
New Year's resolution checked off already, halfway through the first month. This is cool stuff. I feel like a kid on Christmas.
Yeah, messing with these filters are fun too. It looks like I'm at the beach and you're actually in San Francisco.
Yes, I am in San Fran.
Yeah.
Getting some advice from the team that knocked the Lions out the playoffs last year.
That's
what
smart.
I'm doing.
Do you think we were not ambitious enough with our New Year's resolutions? Because I don't think you should be achieving it in like first couple weeks.
Well, I still ain't flossed yet, so there's things.
So we're safe.
There's things that we're still working on in this new year already.
Good.
But who cares? We're on live TV now.
Yep, and just so you listeners know where we're at, it is currently Monday night. Vikings 9, Rams 27.
We're calling that one
in the fourth quarter. Not looking good, but if the Vikings find a way to score right here, I can find a way to believe.
Yeah, but I'm going to pretend like when we're talking throughout this entire podcast that the Eagles are playing the Rams.
Yes.
So unless that changes, we should see it live. If it does, I'm guessing we will.
We will.
Don't forget, with all these new upgrades and us, I guess, just growing every single day. Don't forget to follow us on X, Cody. That's at TMQBs.
And on
my hands during this stuff,
maybe on YouTube. What do you do on YouTube? You subscribe.
Yeah, but we don't
subscribe.
We don't even have what to tell them to subscribe at yet.
No, we don't.
Well, we'll have that next week.
If you're watching the video, you might see it. Maybe not.
Intern will be working hard.
But at TMQBS on X, formerly known as Twitter, that is the main place to find us right now. And with that, before we dive into all these games, Wild Card Weekend, Jake, congratulations.
Thank you, Cody.
Congratulations on your first playoff of your adult life.
Yes, since I think I was 7, maybe 6. It was 06. I was 7.5 because a half matters when you're 7.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was incredible.
It's incredible that you still remember that.
Yeah, dude. But my first memory is at a Redskins game when I was 3 years old. It's they are my life. A big part of it.
Good.
So do you want to go? I kind of want to go in order before we get to my game.
We can go in order.
Wait a little bit.
All right.
I know. Maybe we should. But we always go with our team first, don't we?
Yeah, we usually do, but new beginnings. It's a new season. This is season 2, episode 1. So
yeah, let's go ahead and talk about my boys.
Okay. All right. You want me to set the stage for you?
Yeah, please.
Yeah. So Commanders travel down to Tampa Bay, a place we have ourselves been there this year.
Yes.
Shouted them out.
So much foreshadowing throughout 2024.
And they take down the Bucks, 23-20. Walked it off, last second field goal. Jay, take us away.
I said we were gonna need to score 3 touchdowns to win the game. They scored 2, and I thought if Lattimore didn't play, I thought they needed to score 4 times. So it was a lot lower scoring, but I mean, we marched every possession. We marched on them. We got them into the 20-yard line and either didn't convert on 4th down or did. But the closer the game got, the more I thought the Bucks were going to win, just because they'd been there before. They got their Super Bowl winners there. They won a playoff game, I think, last year.
I think they did.
And then I think they won one the year prior to that, maybe. I know they were in it. I think they did, though. Maybe not. Who knows?
They won the NFC South, what, 5 years in a row?
Yeah.
So they've been to the
3
playoffs
years. Has Baker
at least
been there
5
3
years
years?
ago.
Was this his third year?
It's either his second or his third.
It
I
might
want
be
to
his
say it's
second.
his.
You might be right. I think you're
Let me
right.
look.
Tom Brady was there. I don't know.
I got this.
But anyways, I expected we might make a mistake, but it ended up being Baker.
That was his second season.
Okay. Baker made the biggest mistake by the fumble on the jet sweep, a gift, which a lot of people were upset with Dan not taking the points to make it a 1-point game there, but right before, and then they get the ball back, go for it on fourth again, Terry in the end zone, and it's just like everything is happening. No one expects it to happen just because. But then you just didn't realize that maybe we got the baddest quarterback to ever come out his first year, and maybe he's just got the biggest balls in the world, and it feels that way. And if they can get in that situation with Detroit, they're going to win that game too, Cody.
Yeah,
they can't as long as if they don't hurt themselves and he doesn't hurt himself a lot, which he didn't. The amount of times they asked him to throw the ball because we couldn't run it, it was just let him drop back and make the right play over and over. And then the last drive of the game, 3rd and 6, you either pick it up or you're punting back to the Bucks. Which I know our defense held them to 20, but the defense, it was more the offense keeping the Bucks off the field because they marched. The Bucks marched as well, unless they shot themselves in the foot by the fumble or snapping it early on 3rd and inches. It was nice not to make those kinds of mistakes and have the other team make them. And I don't think Detroit's going to make them, but we'll get to Detroit later on. I keep bringing them up because it's hard not to look ahead. Though, man, we're in the divisional.
It's not even really looking ahead for you. I mean,
it's what it is now.
This week. Yeah,
it was it was sick to win the playoff game though. I had about 2 tears drop out of my eyes. I didn't expect that, but I've never been in this position before.
Season is
I'm not used to being a winner.
Season's a success for you.
Oh yeah,
it was already a success making the playoffs, and that icing on the cake.
It was a dream to win. Like I would say, for us, that was like winning the NFC Championship. I mean, now we're in the Super Bowl against the Lions. You know, if we won this, it'd be like winning the Super Bowl to us.
Yeah, going into this game for you guys, like there was never any doubt, or this season, that like your roster is not there yet, right? Like, no one had, I don't think, even playoff aspirations or at least expectations going into the season. I worry about Jaden. He ran the ball a lot. He's
ran it a lot the past the Falcons game and this game.
He took a couple hits. I mean, it's the playoffs, right? It's the time for the QB to run the ball. I know we talked about it all fair. I thought there was a couple times on read options where he likes to keep the ball, and situations you'd like to see him hand it off.
I told you. I think he misses about 2, maybe 3 read option plays where I'm like, why didn't he keep it, or why didn't he give it? And I know which one you're talking about that he didn't give. It might have been on the time we stalled early in the first half.
Yeah,
or I can't remember if we ended up scoring anyway or not. But I know it's bang bang though. You're not gonna get it, but I do feel like he gets it wrong. They run it so much too, though. Yeah. So he has taken hits, but you can't tell him to stop. It's playoff time, like you said, and
yeah, it's the time to run the ball and use your legs.
He could get down, I think, when it's over with. Like sometimes I wish he'd go, okay, it's over. But there are times when it looks like he's getting 4 and he gets 7, just the way he falls forward, like with his long body. And I'd also like, since we can't run the ball anymore this year, all of a sudden being within the last like 3 weeks, the 4th and 1, or not even the 4th and 1. Maybe we did it once where Mariota. We did it twice where Mariota came in, got under center. One time they were just trying to draw them off, but the 1st and goal from the 1. Let's run that play maybe twice, 3 times. Just sneak it with Mariota. I get not wanting to sneak it with Jaden Daniels because he might be 210 pounds. That's what Matt said he's listed at, but I don't know if he.
I don't even know about that. Yeah.
But he's tough. He's going to get up if he can, and you can't avoid hits every time. But I agree with you. There's runs where he picks up a yard and he's just kind of dancing around 2 people trying to make a miss. Just go down.
Yeah.
Live to fight another day, or you could even throw it away. He hates throwing it away.
I know he
Lamar
does.
hates that too, dude.
Just sometimes it's very frustrating seeing a quarterback, maybe not Jaden specifically, but I feel like I see it every week. There's certain quarterbacks that will just run out of bounds and lose like a yard or 2 yards instead of throwing
Just
it
flick
away.
it forward like Matthew Stafford yesterday.
I mean, you think this is a like completion percentage thing, or I don't. I think people just don't think about it.
I think for him and like Lamar, they're just so used to being able to get 1 or 2 instead of losing 1 or 2 that it's just like whatever. But I just don't like it when and you know the big hit Jaden took on the sideline. You know which one it looked like it Looney Tunes hit?
The one,
Yeah.
yeah.
His foot was down out of bounds before the contact. Just
Yeah, but
I know you're not.
the defender doesn't
I
see
think the
that.
NFL has done way better at not calling that.
Yeah.
Like within the recent years, because the defender, like you said, he can't see it. But I remember there was a time the commentators would be like, "Oh, that's his foot's down out of bounds. Throw it."
Yeah,
But I agree, it shouldn't have been a flag. I was just pointing out.
Yeah,
It's fun to.
he got hit. That was the biggest hit he took. He popped right up too.
The scariest one was the touchdown throw when they went low on him.
Oh yeah, always.
That one, but I guess he's okay.
Yeah, I mean the kid is poised, man. I said it like earlier this season, but there hasn't appeared to be a moment too big for him. So
yeah, and it's one thing to, everyone says it, but for him it's just the weird part was when he didn't celebrate when it went through. I guess he didn't know and he didn't really want to react yet, and then it may have thrown off his celebration. But he just like looks around, daps someone up, and he smiles. Once everyone starts getting excited. But it was just he's cold blooded, dude. He's got huge balls and he's cold blooded.
Yeah,
that's Jaden Daniels. And Dan Quinn, I tell you something else. We're going for it on every 4th down and 2 or 3, maybe 4, because when he's our best player. He's normally the best player on the field when he's on the field. He deserves to have the ball. That's what got us here where we're at. So it's going to continue to be that way.
It's just like we've said, man, just whatever you do, be consistent with it. Don't switch up your philosophy, and don't you see Dan Campbell get in trouble sometimes. You can take it too far.
Yeah, there's a time and a place.
But if you're within reason, 4th and 4 or less, 4th and 5 or less, when you're in go for it territory, like midfield to like the opponent's 40.
What the kicker was, it kind of opened up the whole so much range for going for it on 4th down.
I love going for it on 4th down. Dude. Like when I see a 4th and 3, dude, it's like, let's go. You should get that 65% of the time.
Well, every time, if you're the opposing team, every time they go for it on 4th, you're saying kick it.
Yeah.
Please just kick it.
And that's how you know. If you're begging them to kick it or punt it or like just please kick a field goal, that's how you should go.
You're right.
The other team should be going. So
it was awesome, man. It was great. I'm selfish and already hungry for more. I want the Super Bowl. I will really start feeling like it's a team of destiny. If they take out the best team in the NFL all year. But we're going to get to that. We're going to move on. We're going to go back to Saturday now, if you're cool with it.
Yeah, let's go ahead. I think the first game on the docket is the Texans and Chargers.
Correct.
I got this one wrong.
Hold on now, Cody. We both got this one wrong.
Yeah.
Which some might say that would be a blemish.
No,
But
no, because this shouldn't have happened.
Well, it ain't just that. We kind of knew the Chargers were going to lose.
We didn't want CJ Stroud to win.
We didn't want CJ Stroud going to play the Chiefs because
Yeah.
it's impossible for them to beat the Chiefs. We knew we might have a slight little, like a smidge of a chance if we sent a division rival and a top quarterback in Herbert. They're better quarterback, better coach. I still think that's true. They're just a lot of people weren't even thinking they're going to be in the playoffs. It's still a good year.
I would also. Do you think it's fair to say the Chargers would be more prepared to play in the cold? Because they do play in Denver and Kansas. I mean,
well, I was going to say being at home might matter, but the Chargers are never at home. They're like the Rams.
Yeah. No.
So I think it was just I guess it was just Houston's defense is that good.
Yeah, dude.
And the Chargers,
they also just. I think if you play this game 10 times, like this doesn't happen.
I think it might be split 5-5.
Yeah. This was probably like the worst possible outcome for the Chargers, I think. I mean, it was
not get the 1 seed.
There was a few games that caught me off guard. This was one of them. Whatever. Neither team was going to beat the Chiefs. I don't think it's going to matter. We'll still be unblemished when it's all said and done, as usual.
You said it didn't count.
Yeah.
I say we knew it was going to happen. We were just trying to set up the world to take out Pat Mahomes. It just didn't happen that way, and we knew it.
And we're sorry that it didn't happen because I know everyone wanted it to.
Who can we blame on the Chargers? We got to blame Herbert.
We got to blame Herbert.
Well, but we still believe in Herbert
next season.
Yes, they'll be better next year.
You can take the blame, but still be in his corner. We like him, but it's his fault.
We know when to blame someone.
Yeah,
that's all.
And we'll blame him, and we'll blame really everyone on that team not named Lad McConkey.
Good year.
Mm-hmm.
We can also.
We're not blaming Harbaugh.
No. You ready to blame the Steelers a little bit, Cody?
I'd love to blame the Steelers. This just feels like same old for Pittsburgh.
They just keep reading the same book, watching the same movie the last decade.
And it's funny because we went through a phase, right? And I think the media.
It was us. Go ahead.
Yeah, the media went through this phase too, right? It was like between week maybe 7 and maybe week 14, that like 7-week span where everyone pretended the Steelers were better than the Ravens, but we all knew it wasn't gonna last. It wasn't true. It was never true.
Yeah. They just beat them
even after the Steelers beat them, it's still like, all right. Lamar, I mean, I don't know what you do with the Ravens because not only do you have probably the MVP in Lamar, third MVP, most likely.
Mm-hmm.
You get to deal with Derrick Henry. Like, what do you do?
What do you
do with that pair?
The Chiefs are going to. Well, the Chiefs will probably end up. If you're good enough, you can put 7 people in the box and then cover deep, and stop the run and make Lamar throw it. And then don't let them throw it deep. They'll just make them pick you apart. That's what the Chiefs try to do. I don't see how you can't stop them running the ball, I don't think. That's 7 in the box, even if you are.
Because you got to account for 2 people. Yeah, it's not just Derrick Henry back there. That's a threat,
You know the Steelers, Cody. I got it right here. They ended the season on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 game losing streak.
Oh, it's ugly, man. Not quite like it, but it reminds me a little bit of that year they started 11-0 and finished 11-5 and got bounced in the first round.
Who are we pointing the finger at over here? It's got to be our boy.
Russ?
Well, I don't even think it's all him. And you just ain't the quarterback.
No, he's not. Russ needs to ride off into the sunset with Sierra.
He's done.
It's time. This has got to be. Do you
Held
think
on.
Future enjoys this?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How could you not? I mean, you got to pray on your enemy's downfall, man. That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
Um,
What do you think? What do you think the answer is for the Steelers moving forward? I've heard.
they just got to continue their quarterback hunt, dude.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
I agree. The team is a quarterback away. It's been a quarterback away since Big Ben.
You either go sign someone that you think you can. You can either go get Sam Darnold, or like a journey, not a, I guess a journeyman, but it's shown upside. Daniel Jones. Do you want to go down that road?
Ooh,
I wouldn't.
I don't think I would.
But
Kirk.
Don't do that. They got Justin Fields.
Do you just give Justin Fields a shot?
He'll do exactly what y'all did this year again next year, most likely. But you're not pick. You could pick a quarterback in the second round or late first, and hope you get something. But I mean, you just got to continue looking for someone that can win a Super Bowl at quarterback. And I don't think Fields can do that.
Red Rifles out there.
I think there's very few quarterbacks that can win it.
Yeah.
Most of them reside in the AFC, so I really think Steelers don't even have a chance, to be completely honest with you.
They just have to get their quarterback. I don't know how you get it.
They're gonna play against Joe Burrow and Lamar every year.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's tough for the Steelers too. Is Mike Tomlin doesn't have losing seasons, so I mean, not that you can't, but in the same breath, not that you can't get a good quarterback in late rounds.
Yeah,
people have done it. It's less common, but people have done it. How old is Tomlin?
50, maybe older. I think they should.
He's got a lot of years.
Yeah,
left.
he's gonna be staying there. And even if you got rid of him, it's still the same thing. You're looking for a quarterback.
I completely disagree with anyone saying get rid of Tomlin because what he's doing with what he has, which is just subpar QB play. Really, even the last few years with Ben too. I mean, Ben should have retired.
Yes, they should have cut ties quicker with Big Ben.
Yeah.
But on the Ravens are on to the Bills.
Yeah, and that's the matchup. We'll get into the matchup, but that's the matchup when the playoffs started. It's like, okay, we should get this in the divisional round.
That is our next game.
But Steelers, you put me through a lot, so I don't feel bad.
Yeah, no one should feel bad. They're in the playoffs every year. It could be much worse.
They don't I don't want to hear the people that are like, oh, but they're stuck in a rut or whatever. They have it hard. They don't have it hard. I'm happy. My team just won 5 games, and I'm happy.
I think it's like it'd be one thing if he had the quarterback and it was going on. If I guess I'm trying to think of a team that hasn't had success with a quarterback in the postseason. I know, if the Bills don't win go to the Super Bowl in the next 3 years, I don't think they fire McDermott if they lost to the Ravens. But it'd be coming because that's a different situation. If you know you got a quarterback that can win the Super Bowl, and
window's closing,
and the coaching getting it done in the crunch time and the biggest stage, that's when it goes. It ain't like the game came down to Tomlin. The Ravens are much better than the Steelers.
Everyone knew it. Yeah.
Everyone's known it. We were hoping there could be a little doo-doo from the rivalry or something that could get Steelers going.
It was false hope. I had the same hope, and I don't want to steal your thunder, but what you brought up earlier was also a great point about Tomlin managing some of these personalities that Pittsburgh's had in their locker room. And then
we brought that up multiple times.
Have we talked about it on the pod? Yeah. Okay.
I'm pretty sure AD's been brought up, and we went down the list.
Deontay now.
Yeah, Juju. They had their best years, big characters. Mike, and AB even said something about it on Twitter the other day. How much he looks up to Tomlin.
Really?
I think he said all jokes aside. ESPN.
Well, Tomlin's probably highly disappointed in Antonio Brown.
He did all right there. He's doing his thing. He's in his own world, man. It is his world. It's his oyster.
All right. Moving on.
Bills.
Buffalo, Denver, 31-7. We didn't get this one wrong, and not even close to wrong.
We didn't get the Ravens Steelers wrong either,
Oh, we
Cody.
did. And then it wasn't close, just as we had expected. I'm not trying to disrespect the Broncos. They have overachieved.
Yes.
And they have to be happy about their rookie quarterback.
Yeah, absolutely.
How could you not?
I think they said it was Pat Sartain's worst game. I swear, Josh Allen, every time someone plays Josh Allen, it might be somebody on the defense's worst game. I don't know what to do with the freak, dude. I do think I can't wait to watch them and the Ravens, but I do think the Ravens will be beating them. That's we'll get to that more in a little bit. But it was dominating. Josh Allen 20 of 26, 272, 2 touchdowns. Mitch Trubisky got to play a little bit. And the Broncos, they didn't do anything on offense besides the first possession of the game. So,
all right. Sorry for that brief intermission.
We're learning.
Jay, this is why we need that intern.
For editing.
And we might have her.
Yeah.
We might have.
We should.
Yeah.
As long as YouTube lets stuff happen.
Yeah. Look.
Or we just trade laptops.
Yeah, and even though we might have the intern, I think a backup is always good too. So, listeners, you do not want
this open competition.
Yeah, and you do not want to be relying on myself or Jay Bird to set this up. Mistakes are going to happen.
But we're going to learn and grow.
Yeah,
that's also true.
If you know anyone, we're targeting someone that first and foremost is comfortable not getting paid. We will not be paying you.
Paying you with
knowledge and experience,
humor and sports expertise.
We can call it an internship.
It look good regardless.
Whatever we need to do, throw it on a resume. But go ahead and pick up where you left off.
We were just speaking on how the Broncos are a good season. They never stood a chance in the game. They were shut out after the first drive. And how excited we are for Bills and Ravens, which we're getting to.
Yep.
But that's pretty much it for that game.
Yeah.
There is no blame to go around for the Broncos. It's just get better.
Yeah. Yeah. Be excited if you're a Broncos fan. It was last year was rough for them. So
hot take, Cody. This might be Bo Nix's best year. What? I don't know. So I think that sophomore slump's going to hit on Bo.
Hard.
I don't think they're in the playoffs next year. Scoot over, Broncos. Bengals are back, you know?
Well,
the division's tough. And I think the Chargers.
Why did you say the Bengals? Or you just mean the Bengals are going to be they'll be in the wild card?
Yeah, I think they'll at least make the wild card.
The Ravens are still winning the North.
But maybe they can, Broncos with Steelers next year seems like the same team all over again to me. But I think they're both going to be about 9-8.
Yeah.
They miss the playoffs.
I would love, I wanted this year the Bengals to make it instead of the Broncos, along with the rest of the world.
Anybody that's not a Broncos fan.
The Bengals need to figure it out. And when I say figure it out, they need to figure out their defense.
Did they fire the coach?
I don't think so.
I would have heard about it.
I don't think they fired him, man, but that defense cost us a postseason Joe Burrow opportunity, and
Mhm.
those aren't unlimited.
I love Joe Shiesty, man.
Yeah.
Can't get enough of him.
Packers Eagles, Birds 22, Packers 10. This
This was a
another
snoozer.
disappointing game, man. All these games are snoozers, dude. Every single one except your game.
Mhm.
It's a pretty disappointing wild card weekend.
Divisional round always does it for us, man. That's the big weekend.
It's and some of this stuff had to play out so we could get it. Like the Ravens had to, the
Steelers
Ravens.
had to go. Broncos had to go. Um, I guess the Packers too, because the Eagles sent them home, man. But this game,
What a disappointing ending to the Packers ended their season. It's a lot like the Steelers.
3 losses in a row.
Yeah, and Jordan Love had a bad day at the office, man. Very bad day at the office.
He was missing a lot.
Let me check the stat line. 20 of 33, 212 yards, 3 picks, no touchdowns.
Yeah, without Christian Watson, but he ain't gonna be playing next year either. As late as he tore his ACL.
Yeah, I think one of the picks was late when you're
One
trying
of
to
them was
force it.
PI for the record. It was like when the game was out of hand and he threw it deep.
I think that's the same one I was talking
I
about.
thought it was PI. I thought if someone got tackled, like trying to come back to the ball,
Yeah,
but it wouldn't have changed anything.
this was, man, it's crazy. They ran the ball again. Like they ran it well.
Josh Jacobs is tough, man.
Yeah, he's a beast, dude.
Yeah.
We talked about it last week, but
They're just hitting him.
he was 18 to 81 and a touchdown. And there's a point in this game. Yeah. I mean, in the third quarter, it was still 3-10. You could run the ball the whole game. And I thought I was very invested in this because I had Josh Jacobs on my fantasy team, so I watched a lot of the Packers. But I thought they didn't run the ball enough all year. I thought they got very like throw happy when they could run it most games. Like most of the time, they had no trouble running it.
Yeah.
Josh Jacobs is a stud.
So they cut it 10-16 in the third, and then the Eagles had a 7
and it was
drive for a field goal.
It was 3-10 at one point in the third, too.
Yeah.
They cut it 10-16 in the like the first play of the fourth quarter. Yeah. So it was within reach. Like they were within one score most of the game. They could have been running the ball.
They needed some stops, and they turned it over 4 times. So the Eagles, though, Jalen Hurts, brother, they were running the ball on every third and like medium to the long. There is just handoff to Saquon, which I guess it's because you got your lead. They can't do anything on offense, but it's painful to watch as a fan, especially when you're not a fan of the Birds. And I don't know, it makes you not believe in Jalen Hurts.
It makes you not makes you feel like they don't believe in him either.
Something's afoot. I mean, let's get his feet a little wet. His first game back in 3 weeks.
I wanted to see the Eagles put the ball in the air, man. Like I wanted to see him try to do something. I guess. I mean, yeah. We'll see, man. They might get into trouble. We thought they were going to get into trouble playing the Vikings. They will not be playing the Vikings. So if they can run the ball on the Rams, they're going to run the ball all over the Rams. But
yeah, they ran. Saquon went for 200 last time they played.
Yeah,
is that right?
Probably.
Yeah. The Rams defense looked good tonight.
Yeah.
This ain't.
But whoever. Yeah, no, it ain't. And my point is, eventually they may run into someone who can stop the run, who can take it away, and then like Jalen Hurts is gonna have to throw the ball, and we'll see how that pans out.
I do not think they can outscore the Lions, and I think the Lions are going to put 30 on them. So I don't think they. I know that they were. I picked them to make the Super Bowl. I wish I could change it. I'd change it to the Lions right now.
Did I say Lions?
To make it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Did I say they lose to the Bills?
I think so. I think I said the Ravens beat the Eagles.
I want to call an audible on my pick anyway in the AFC.
Okay. All right.
Can I do that? Is that allowed?
It's our show, Cody.
Yeah,
We
it
can
is
do
our
whatever we
show.
want. And that's why we're unblemished a little bit.
The smart thing to do would be to keep the Bills because you have the Ravens already, and regardless of the outcome, we would have the winner of the AFC because the winner of that game will win the AFC.
Correct.
But it's not about the safe thing. It's about what I think is right, and I think the Ravens will be going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I get it.
I'm gonna leave us a little exposed,
and
I'm gonna take the Ravens.
All right.
Yeah. Early preview. My bad. Early preview.
It's okay. We're on to this last game, which we ain't much to say about it except for the Vikings forgot to show up. Sam Darnold's going to be catching a lot of heat, even though he just had the best year of his career. I think he's a Pro Bowler.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be standing for any Sam Darnold hate now. Yeah.
He's going to get the bag. Do you think he's back playing with the Vikings next year?
It's just like, what do you do if you don't want him? Who are you gonna get?
They're going with JJ McCarthy, the rookie.
I don't think you can just roll with the rookie.
Well, he won't be a rookie. In the NBA,
he's a rookie. He's a rookie right now.
He's been in the locker room.
But here's the thing: like, you can roll with them, but you want a vet on the roster in the QB room.
But if they pay him, they got to play him.
No, you don't.
You have to.
No, people say you have to. We watched the Browns do it with Deshaun Watson all year. People say, I mean, look,
the Falcons were willing to do it.
They benched him. So, like, I get it. If you're paying someone that much money, you have to give them a little bit more time than you would just like some bum off the street. But you don't have to do anything.
Free will, baby.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jesus.
And you're going to be paying, like Deshaun Watson with the Browns, you're paying the dude regardless, but he's losing you every game. Sit him on the bench.
Yeah.
Did you see Deshaun Watson? Did you see he re-ruptured his Achilles?
Yeah. Same one. They said his career is likely over.
Sounds like karma to me.
I think they're going to let him walk. They're going to say this guy can't. This guy can't win the Super Bowl, so we're gonna let him go get his bag from maybe send him back to New York, the Jets or the Giants, or he's gonna go somewhere and get paid at least. So
yeah, he'll get paid, and I'm happy for Sam. I am.
The Rams,
Sam, I am.
Matt Stafford. I'm happy he got him added another playoff victory to his belt. So
that's a butt whooping.
Yeah, you ready to talk about something else, Cody, before we come back to the divisional preview?
I just want to say real quick that I don't think many of us, including myself, thought that 2 NFC North teams would be eliminated moving into the divisional round. That's a little surprising.
Yeah, it's a little embarrassing though.
It's almost like the SEC showing in the college football playoff.
Shame. Maybe none of the NFC North teams want a playoff game, Cody.
I was trying to, before we came on, I was trying to think in my head, like, a spin zone, like, are they actually not good because they're only playing each other? But no, it still didn't work because they have to beat each other and still didn't have a lot of losses. So
they're beating everybody else.
Right.
The Packers are the only one that feels a little fake, but they also are pretty hurt.
Hurt, and look, I was a year early on the Packers.
Yeah. Next year. I think next year might be a year late, though, if that makes sense.
They needed
they're not.
They just don't. They just don't have a year.
Yeah, not with Jay Love. Hey, there's a new sheriff in the NFC. I'm afraid that could be established next week, though. Next week.
What are you talking about? JD. JD5.
Well, So I got his nickname from Fred Smoot, former Redskin.
Yeah.
He's calling him Jedi 5. That's my favorite one. That's what I'll be calling him from now on too. I'll be pushing that narrative.
Jedi 5,
Mm-hmm.
like Star Wars.
Mm-hmm. A Jedi,
All right.
which I'm not.
Do you know what a Jedi is?
No, which we might catch some hate for that because our following. We got a big Star Wars following,
Thousands,
cult following.
thousands of people. Some of them liable to like
But
Star
Cody,
Wars.
I can Google it right here.
Well, do you want me to tell you?
Oh, you know?
Yeah,
We're good.
they're but no need to Google it. They're the people with the little lightsabers, the little swords in their hands. Those are the Jedis.
They are powerful guardians of order and justice. But I like it more because Jedi is like JD, but it's I guess it's a pun, a play on words. Is that what it is? It isn't a pun.
It's not. No.
But it ain't illiterate.
No.
Let's stop where we're at.
Jedi 5. Yep.
We're on to Cody. The bottom line is you're one game away from having the first ever perfect college football bracket.
Are we previewing later?
Well, yes, we're coming back to that after college football.
Okay.
Ohio State beat Texas.
Mm-hmm.
We'll start there, even though that was the second game.
I want to I want to take a second to address the camera that we have here now.
You're gonna look in it.
I'm gonna look in the camera.
Do you want me looking in it, or
you can? We can both look in it. We talk a lot about being unblemished, and my performance. Our performance here in these college football playoffs show you that we don't just say this stuff. We are professionals. We are experts. We are literally perfect in the college football playoff bracket that we made on air maybe 4 episodes ago.
I'm not saying you're perfect or I'm perfect, but this team,
we are perfect.
This team is perfect up until now.
Yep.
One game to go.
Yeah.
Shout out Julius Campbell.
Yes. And this went Ohio State's really handled business, man.
See, man, I think Texas could have won this game.
Well, they needed Arch.
Yeah.
They need Arch.
Nick Saban would have switched to Arch, I think, about the SEC championship.
Yeah, what's Texas's head coach's name? Is it Sarkisian?
Steve Sarkisian.
I'd fire him. Immediately. Everyone knows it, dude. Everyone knows it.
Everyone except Texas fans that were like, we trust Sark to make the right decision, But
give me a break, dude.
I think, let's go to Quinn Ewers' box score real quick. I think it was about 23 of 36.
Well, did you see there were some plays where it's just like
he just runs into the pocket.
Yeah, the pocket's closing in on him. He just runs and run away from the big people.
He had a lot of bad balls batted down. 23 to 39, 283, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. It's mainly that completion percentage, Cody. And then
he coughed it up too to lose the game.
Oh yeah, he did fumble. He had 2 fumbles, 1 loss. So
by his old roommate, did you know that?
Yeah.
That's tough.
But you get rid of the Ohio State screen for a touchdown with 13 seconds to go, 75 yards. That can't happen. I think I heard someone on the broadcast say, "Why is he blitzing them right now?" Because and Sark was talking about how it was just a regular blitz play, and you're not. He was like, they executed it, whatever. That can't happen, and then the 14-point swing at the end of the game, it makes you think Texas was a better team. To me, like if Arch is playing, maybe.
Yeah, and you're right. If you don't let that happen, and then the strip or the scoop and score doesn't happen,
yeah,
maybe Texas does score there. You're right. It's 21-14 if that happens.
Well,
Texas wins.
They're kicking a field goal to go up 17-14 on the
yeah.
On the fumble play.
Yeah, if
that's
you
the
just
case.
recover it yourself. Yeah. Or if they scored a touchdown instead of fumbling. But if ifs and buts,
Yeah.
you know what they say.
Yeah. It was weird that Ohio State didn't score as much as I thought they were going. Like they didn't. I know it don't matter because they won, but it seemed like they struggled a good bit offensively. It's more than I thought.
What's Texas gonna do? What's going on? Is Ewers is not going to the NFL, right?
He's going to either transfer or go to the NFL. And Arch is
He's leaving Texas,
yeah.
and Arch is staying. I think that's clear, regardless.
Arch has waited his turn like he's supposed to.
Yeah.
So it's either him or he's hitting the road, going to Georgia or something.
But they're going with Arch next year.
Yeah, you got to.
But here's the thing, right? Like, it's so commonly understood by all parties that Arch is the guy next year, right?
Mm-hmm.
When Ewers knows it, America knows it, Sark knows it. All right. If you know he's better, because that's what you're admitting, right?
Yeah.
Without saying it, why is he not playing right now?
I guess Sark doesn't want to hurt feelings, man.
Fire him.
Yeah, you gotta be able to make. That's what the head coach is supposed to do. Everyone, because you know people in the locker room just looking at him like
whispering.
Whispering. If I was the head coach, Arch would be playing.
When I knew it was when Ewers got hurt early in the year, and there was this touchdown pass that Arch threw after he got drilled, and he popped up, and him and like two offensive linemen already had like these coordinated celebrations. It's like, oh, they've been plotting on this or planning for it at least.
And his name alone probably adds 7 points to that game in your way if you're Texas.
Manning or Arch? Manning. I like Arch too. It's a great name.
Yeah. Archibald. Is that his real name?
Not.
It's gotta be.
That's like an old person name, man.
That's what Arch is short for.
Yeah, but you can just call it Arch without it being Archibald. Arch is his own thing because Archie. Or is Archie short for Archibald? Because his grandpa is Archie.
Granddad's Elijah Archibald Manning.
Archie Manning.
Arch Manning is Archibald Charles Manning, so it's Archibald.
I hate that.
You should just short it because no one's ever going to call you Archibald. It's an ugly name, man. It's an ugly name.
Notre Dame.
Yeah, Notre Dame. Cody. That's when you really flexed your muscle this past weekend, man. The upset Notre Dame State, which
that's not a huge upset.
Yeah, I think I've said Notre Dame as well. But I was a Penn State hater all year. Did you see Marcus Freeman? Like James Franklin kind of treating him like a little brother throughout the week. Talking about how proud he, how it is.
Kind of like what CJ did to Caleb Williams.
But he's playing to beat you that day, and he did. So I was a fan. I think he should get to the NFL though.
I think he's a good coach.
I think he would be
What
good.
about Notre Dame bouncing back after the loss to who was it? Northern Illinois. That doesn't make sense, but like maybe it was a good thing for him.
Yeah. I guess so. They're tough. They hit. They tackle. And then on offense, I thought Riley Leonard when he played at Duke could throw the ball there. Like
now he just runs it.
Yeah, it's like every time he drops back, it's kind of hold your breath. Like he can't. If it's 3rd and 8, we're most likely punt.
Yeah, but you're watching the game and it's like just have him run it every time.
Yeah.
Run an option and then just he gets. I mean, he's a great runner, man. For college.
Why can't he throw it anymore though?
Maybe he's playing real teams. I don't know, real defenses. I don't know.
And shout out Notre Dame repping the ACC. Brother.
Yeah. We'll take credit for that. They can try not to claim us all they want to. They need us. Mm-hmm. Every other sport.
Basketball teams in there. Everyone is. It's something.
You think they just whooped their basketball team?
By 1 point. And so did you, Cody. We'll get to that a little bit. Hopefully, as we close. I actually
talked about us
talked about
beating
us
Notre
beating
Dame
Notre
last
Dame
week
last
in
week in
basketball.
basketball.
Winner's the
Winner's the
same for
same
this
for
next
this
game,
next
Ohio
game, Ohio
State. Cody,
State. Cody,
you're the
you're the
expert.
expert.
Ohio State over Notre Dame.
And is it a butt
butt
whooping?
whooping? Like, is it
Like we're gonna
like we're
cut it
gonna cut
off?
it off?
It would be like
Be
this
like,
kind of
this kind of
sucks.
sucks.
I
think so.
I said it was a butt whooping all weekend.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, right now, I'm not ready to say it's going to be a butt whooping. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm second guessing everything, but I just can't because we've been unblemished. So I have to stay with what I had. Ohio State over Notre Dame, January 20th.
That's next Monday. We'll be recording.
We'll be recording when
We'll
it
probably do
happens.
the same thing because we're gonna want to record after
It's a
that.
good thing it'll be live when we.
Yeah.
That way, if we need a spin zone or anything, we'll be.
I don't know
if we'll record before or after it. Honestly, I hope after.
Figure it out.
Mhm.
7:30. It's not too late to do after it.
Yeah. Or at the start of the fourth or something.
Why don't we leave it up to the fans?
Yeah.
Hey,
do you want to hear
fans.
us talk about it post game or just pretend like we know what happened?
Yeah, if we get 2 fan questions this week, we'll record after the game
There we go.
with the
Bingo.
outcome known and
Send your
stay up
palm.
late. If you don't show up though, we ain't gonna show up. We'll just show up earlier and only watch half the game before we record. That's fair.
It's up to you.
Do better, listeners. Do better.
It's about time we started calling them out, Cody.
Yeah.
Now we flip back to the divisional round.
Back to the NFL divisional round. What do you know? Texans playing at 4:30 on Saturday. Again, Texans at Chiefs. This game will be played in Arrowhead.
What channel is it on?
This is ESPN/ABC.
Okay. I was wondering who's going to call it. I guess it's Joe Buck, and that don't make sense for them. I guess so. All right. The Texans aren't going to win, right?
No.
And you don't want Texans winning,
No.
which I understand. Because the only quarterback that beats Patrick Mahomes is Joe Burrow, and you don't need C.J. Stroud at
No, I don't need him having that in his resume. And that's it. That's the bottom line.
I'm trying to find a way to say the Texans could come in and win, but they're not a team, I don't think, that beats Patrick Mahomes.
It's
keeps him from his 3-peat.
Here's the thing, man.
Divisional weekend.
Early in the season, I was hating on the Chiefs. You were probably hating on the Chiefs too a little bit, because they were just scraping by people. But you look at their last.
What?
Don't count the Broncos game. Obviously, they whooped the Steelers. Beat the Texans by 8.
It was more than that. If you watch, though,
I was gonna say it felt like a butt whooping. And then they beat the Browns by 2 scores, but it's the Browns. But really, the Texans and the Chiefs game, the Texans and the Steelers game, looked like they were starting to hit their stride. So I think
the Chiefs and the Steelers game,
the Texans game, and the Steelers game against the Chiefs
when their Chiefs.
Yeah, that was weeks 15 and 16 or 16 and 17. It looked like the Chiefs were hitting their stride to me. Perfect timing for them. I think they're gonna breeze through this game. I think they probably win by 2 scores.
Well, look, last year the Chiefs had to go on the road and beat the Bills in the divisional, and then go on the road and beat the Ravens in the AFC Championship. It's time that either whoever wins in the Lamar-Josh Allen matchup, they're going to have to do the same. And like you said earlier, it feels like Lamar goes to Buffalo this time, and then he goes to the Chiefs and he sets things right.
Maybe next year Josh Allen goes to Baltimore and does it, and then goes to Kansas City and does it.
Yeah.
Maybe that's where this circle of life is taking us.
It's definitely taking us to somebody going to the Chiefs. Either one of them. But this year's the year, Cody.
Someone is going to take them down.
Someone other than Joe Burrow is going to do it.
Just not this week.
Just not this week, not yet.
All right. Commanders Lions.
Saturday night,
8 o'clock.
means we got Tom Brady who's going to be calling the game. Thankful that it ain't Collinsworth.
That's a good. I don't mind Brady on the call.
Absolutely not. He's gonna, at least he knows what he's talking about.
He knows what he's talking about.
We're gonna need 5 touchdowns, I think, from the offense. No less than 4.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that.
If we score 5, though, I think we can win straight up playing against them some way. If we score only 4 touchdowns, the ball's gonna have to bounce funny. Goff's gonna have to turn it over once, maybe twice. I don't think they can get behind Cody. Like if you go down more than 2 scores, maybe I don't think they can go down 2 scores the entire game unless they're getting the ball to start the second half and they can sandwich, 2 drives back to back with points.
Yeah.
Or they cough it up at some point.
Yeah, but you're gonna have to put some points on the board.
And I think we can against the Lions. Good luck game planning for our quarterback. I know they're probably going to score, but I'm just hoping he does what he does, puts on the Superman cape, and then the Lions, best team in the NFL, just unlucky to run into who they ran into, which was the baddest man we got.
I can't predict you to beat the Lions in good faith.
All I need you to do is, when they do beat the Lions, jump on the Super Bowl train then.
Okay. I can do that.
Okay. If they beat the Lions, you're on it'll be destiny at that point. And regardless of who we play, ideally in the Super Bowl, it's the Chiefs. Because I think we can beat them I don't think we can beat the Bills or the Ravens. I think we can beat the Chiefs. But first it's the Lions, Kevin. And then hopefully the Rams, which we'll preview after this. But you got the Lions?
I got the Lions, man. I think they're gonna run the ball. Mm-hmm. That's gonna be coming into the game. They're gonna run the ball. They do it every week. I think they're gonna run it all over you.
Yeah, which is gonna be Goff having wide open players whenever they do decide to throw it.
Play action on you or something. I think if you want a chance in this game, you got to try to sell out as much as you can on the run. Make Jared Goff beat you and hope he turns the ball over.
Catch him confused.
I would rather because there's nothing worse than watching. Now they score quick at least, so I don't think they're gonna have long drawn out drives. But that's the worst, man.
That's what
watching that happen to your team.
We should our drives are likely to be 6 minutes.
Well, and you want that so your defense can be fresh.
We're gonna need a lot of things to go right and to play make them play our game.
You're gonna have to be aggressive. Ball's gonna have to bounce your way, and you're probably gonna have to steal a couple possessions.
Yeah, we're gonna
maybe at least one.
I'm just hoping they can't stop us. It's kind of like when they play the Bills.
That's what?
It's just how I know, and the Lions scored 35, but we let up 44. Just something. I think we're going to have to go nuclear like that on offense.
I'm making it sound like it's not possible. You want it to go just like this Rams game just went, where everybody's like, what's happening?
And it can. It's just one game. That's why.
NFL makes no sense. Mm-hmm. That type of deal.
It's just that, and I'm all the way bought in. I got to be, obviously, but I'm stoked, man. I'm going up to Motor City. I know I'm in San Fran, and I don't think I'm going to make it to Motor City by Sunday, but I'll be there in spirit.
In spirit.
Last game, Ravens Bills. What we've been waiting on all year.
Yeah.
I guess we know we both picked the Ravens, Cody.
Ravens.
They look like the best team in football now.
We skipped the Rams Eagles, didn't we?
We did.
Yeah.
We'll come back.
We'll come back.
You ready to go back now?
Let's do the Ravens Bills. We're already here.
What you want to talk about?
I'm gonna say it again. I've got the Ravens.
I think I do too, and it's mainly I think it's kind of the same thing with us playing the Lions. Like they need Josh Allen to score just about every drive, and then the Bills. I mean the Ravens. I don't think they're gonna stop them. They don't normally beat the Bills. Don't normally beat the Ravens. I feel like even do. They did play this year. I'm pretty sure. And I think the Ravens blew them out at home.
Yeah.
Good luck. I mean, if you can't stop the run, and the Ravens can stop the run, if you put it on Josh Allen 40 times, which is what they're going to have to do, and you let the chips lie where they lie, but you got to think the Ravens win most times.
I can't wait to watch this game.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait to watch
who wins. I just want the winner to go to Arrowhead
and win and make it fun.
My team beats the Lions, and I'll be rooting for the Chiefs to make the Super Bowl because that's who we will beat.
And good thing you'll know by then, so
Yeah.
you can change your allegiances.
Did they play the Bills this year? I'm looking right now. I don't see them. Oh yeah, they did. They beat
The Chiefs,
the Bills, and the Ravens played each other.
Oh,
The Bills lost 35-10
oh,
in Baltimore.
that makes me lean Bills.
Yeah,
I'm not changing though.
that makes you lean Bills.
Yeah,
I disagree, but I get it. It
Yeah.
makes you feel weird.
yeah.
Eagles Rams.
I think this is going to be a 2-score win for the Eagles. I think if they can run the ball, they're going to be fine.
I think Stafford's going to at least be in it.
I hope he's in it.
I'm going to say they're going to win just because that's my. I don't want to go to Philly.
Yeah, you don't want to play Philly.
Mm-mm.
How could you? Yeah. I got the Eagles in this one, man. Hopefully the Rams do keep it close. I mean, the Rams just beat the Vikings. So anything can happen
against the Vikings. That was something I didn't see coming.
Anything can happen, and the Rams have a better quarterback.
That's right. That's what it comes down to a lot.
And their offense, I mean, they got some weapons on the offensive side of the ball. So
Kyron Williams, hold on to the football.
Yeah.
Please.
So we'll see. We'll see. In Philly, who you got?
I got the Rams.
You got the Rams?
Yeah.
I like that.
I think I'd take them even if my team wasn't in the playoffs, but it makes me want to win even more. And I'm okay dying with Matthew Stafford on his side, man. He's proven that. So
he's a good man too. A good man.
Good man. I think that's a wrap. We got time to talk a little college basketball, Cody.
Yes, we can talk a little college hoops here for a second.
There ain't much to talk about. The Heels beat the Pack.
There's one thing to talk about. That's it.
It was ugly. Ugly game. Ugly teams. I am happy the Heels they've won 3 in a row, and I just want them to get in the tournament. So it's as long as they can get to about 13 wins in the ACC, they'll be in the dance and maybe can make anything happens if you're get in the dance, Cody. We know that.
Found out last year. When Kevin Keats took us to the Final Four last year, I was pretty firm in saying he has 5 years, regardless of what happens. He ain't got 5 years. There's no 5-year leash.
I think he's got that many, Kitty.
He's got at least this year and next year.
You don't think he's got one more after that?
I don't know. The fan base, here's the thing, man. You gave the fan base a taste of what used to be the norm in the 70s and the 80s. And that is having a team that can compete for a national championship. Even though we didn't deserve we weren't supposed to be there. We weren't a preseason, pick to even make the tournament. But it gave us a taste, and now I want more. Everyone wants more. My biggest issue, because you get this in the portal, man. Like, You're gonna have down years when you're so reliant on the portal like we are. Like we only returned, I think, 3 players from last year's team. It's a whole bunch of new pieces that have to mesh, and it's a lot. But the coaching is not good. The coach and this has always been Keith's, but offensively, if we don't have playmakers, DJ Burns, DJ Horn last year, the year before that, Jarkel Joyner and Terquavion Smith, people that can create their own offense without calling sets for them. When we don't have that this year, it's a lot of what are we doing on offense? And we had 20 seconds to draw up a play to tie or win the game at the end of this one against UNC, and we dribbled the ball 25 feet away from the basket for 15 of those 20 seconds. So that's the stuff that's really frustrating to me.
I thought Keats had a really good timeout in that game, for the record.
Did you?
In the second half, I think we were up 6 or 8 and had come out hot.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we were up 6 in the going into the first half, so it wasn't like you were down 2 in the second half jump. So it was like it could have kept going, but he called a timeout and it settled him down. That was the only thing that I was like, oh, I wish Hubert would do that sometimes before it gets out of hand.
Yeah.
Bring it back in. Don't let it get to 13 or 14 before you do it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was single-digit gain the entire way from there.
That's good. It's just it's been a frustrating. And this had to be a frustrating game for you too. All the offensive rebounds we got.
Well, I'm kind of used to it. Van Leuven, there was I think it was like 2 possessions for NC State where he had his hands on about the ball 3 times and just couldn't hold on to it, like just not being strong with the basketball. College basketball can irritate the absolute hell out of you, man.
Wow, you must have.
These kids.
Offensive rebounds were a lot closer than you're gonna think they were.
Jalen Washington had 6 of them.
Yeah,
but he turned it over after one of them. Neither one of us made offensive rebounds count the way they should
No, we had 12 offensive rebounds in the first half. We had 4 in the second half. But we only had 4 second chance points in the first half. So you get 12 on offensive rebounds, you make 2 shots off of it. Like, what's the point?
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Have you watched Duke?
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah. Did you see him have 42 Cooper flag? Did you watch it?
No.
I saw points like 26 to 36.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like silly how easy it was.
Did you see the dunk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Against Pitt?
Yeah.
I don't think they win it all, Cody, and that's all that matters. That's all they need. As long as they don't.
As long as they don't beat me in the NCAA tournament, I own Duke. I'm not backing down from that. Well, I beat them in the Elite Eight. You beat them in the Final Four.
Yeah, but I don't shy at seeing that kind of success.
Yeah.
And hearing about this prodigy.
Okay.
So I'll be praying on their downfall really hard once the Super Bowl's over, hopefully. But
I have something to say about the ACC as a whole.
Okay.
Crazy stat that showed up on my screen during the game. Kevin Keats is the only ACC basketball coach with a conference championship and a Final Four appearance.
Hold on now. You're saying a conference championship?
They must be talking about the tournament.
The tournament?
Yeah.
All right.
Which is, I'm not saying that to brag, dude. That's wild.
I'm guessing Hubert's got to be the only one with a natty appearance.
Well, we just lost it when
Larinaga
retired. And Virginia, what's his name?
Tony Bennett.
Yeah, Tony Bennett. And then Boeheim, how long's he been retired? 2 years?
2, 3.
He's calling games now.
Yeah, no,
they shouldn't let him on TV.
He's got a pessimistic attitude to
How could you not? He just shouldn't be on TV. Look, I'm not gonna get into it. Get him off the air though. I don't want to see him on my TV.
Get him
he needs to be in a home, probably.
He's old, man. He looks older than he is.
Yeah.
I
Him
think he's
and
like 76.
him
Roy
and
looks good.
him
Look at
and
what Roy's doing, man.
Boeheim and Larinaga look like the same person to me.
You're right, man.
If you put Larinaga in an orange hat, I'd think he's Boeheim, and vice
That's
versa.
funny.
Yeah. All right.
Who did Pat got this week, Cody?
I don't know. I know we play Wednesday. I've been trying not to think about it.
No, we played one. I think we got Cal on Wednesday, and the Hills also have I think Stanford on Saturday. The new ACC
You
games on the
you
block.
you have Cal. I have Virginia Tech on Wednesday. On Saturday, you do have Stanford, and I have Cal.
All right, makes sense.
Let's beat the new guys. Let's
They're
beat
coming
up
to
on
the
the new guys.
RDU. Let's teach them a lesson, huh? Do them
Yeah.
like we did Notre Dame together, huh?
That's right. Tag team. All right. Is that a wrap?
Yeah.
On season 2, episode 1.
First on live television.
First on live TV. Hope you like our faces. If not, I'm sorry, but get used to them.
Mm-hmm.
Get used to them.
I'm gonna shave for the next one.
Yeah. Okay. Enjoy the weather out there in San Fran, brother.
Appreciate it.
Yeah,
You stay warm down there in the islands.
Yeah, I'll be somewhere different next week.
Smart man. Don't stay one place too long.
No. All right. We'll see y'all next week. Oh, wait.